Welcome to the meditation for the month of Libra, the month of Tishrei. As it was mentioned in the meditation for the month before, for Elul, after Elul, these months are considered feminine compared with the previous 6 zodiac signs. The month of Tishrei, which is represented by the zodiac sign of Libra, is an air sign, and it represents the right column of that element. Air, if we look at the Sefer Yetzirah, represents centrality. Therefore, we're gonna see that Libra itself represents equilibrium. The letters of this month are Lamed, which created the sign of Libra, and the letter Pei, which created the planet Venus. When we look at the letter Lamed, we see that Lamed is the only letter in the Hebrew alphabet that reaches above the regular line that all the letters reach, which means that this letter taps into a higher source, the source of all light. So Lamed is trying to teach us is that this month is connected to the energy of Bina. During this month, we have some holidays that we celebrate, like Rosh Hashanah, which is the beginning of the year, Yom Kippur, which is considered the day of pardon, the day of expiation for some, and we also celebrate Sukkot. Before Rosh Hashanah, we do Selichot. Selichot are penitential prayers that we do in order to prepare ourselves for Rosh Hashanah. And when Rosh Hashanah comes in, Rosh means head and Hashanah of the year. Rosh means a beginning, a shift. And Shana, which is year, comes from the word Shinui, which means change. This means that we are supposed to start a new way of life, a new cycle. When we start this new cycle, we are supposed to work on resembling the Creator, specifically the aspect of Bina, which is bestowal. We are the Malchut, which is all receiving, and now we need to get these aspects from Bina into our being, the aspect of altruism, of giving. This is why when we reach the day of Yom Kippur, we don't eat, we don't drink, we don't do anything that gives pleasure to our body, because we want to be like Bina. We don't want to receive for ourselves or for our own sake. We want to receive only if it is receiving for the sake of the Creator. At that moment, we don't need anything that is physical, that has to do with our body, because we're trying to connect with the spiritual. We're trying to be at that moment like angels. As we move forward, we attain this light that will give us the force of love. To attain this, we tap into what is called the reforming light. The reforming light is the light that shines through the sukkah, which is the leaves that serve as the roof of the sukkah, the tabernacle, the little tent that we build, which is a temporal dwelling for us. The sukkah is a vessel that we create. Any effort to resemble the Creator, to be like Him, has to happen in the sukkah, sitting inside the sukkah. The light shines through the roof of the sukkah, and the sukkah is simply the process, the symbolism of that process that happens during those 7 days that we dwell inside the sukkah. What is this reforming light? This reforming light is known as the Torah. In Masechet Kiddushin it is written, I have created the evil inclination, and I have created for it the Torah as a medicine. This is why after we dwell in the sukkah for 7 days and we celebrate Sukkot, the next holiday is called Simchat Torah, the rejoicing of the Torah. And it's because at that moment we are receiving this reforming light. We are also connecting to the Creator, which is the force of bestowal. And we understand that those of us that are part of Israel, the Torah and the Creator are one. It's a time for great spiritual opportunity and potential for personal transformation. It is believed that during this month, the divine energy and blessings are especially accessible for those who engage in deep introspection, prayer, and spiritual practices. Kabbalists may use specific meditations, prayers, and rituals during this month to connect with higher realms and seek a deeper understanding of their own souls and the divine. When Rosh Hashanah starts, which is the first day of Tishrei, this is seen as a time when the books of judgments are open in heaven, and individuals are judged for their actions in the past year. Kabbalists emphasize the importance of repentance, teshuvah, prayer, and charity during this period to influence the outcome of these judgments in a positive way. 10 days after Rosh Hashanah, on the 10th of Tishrei, we have the holiday of Yom Kippur. This day is considered the holiest day in the Jewish calendar and is also significant in Kabbalah. It is a day of fasting, prayer, and intense self-examination, during which individuals seek forgiveness and atonement for their sins. Overall, Tishrei is a time wherein Kabbalists are encouraged to delve deeply into their spiritual practices and strive for a closer connection to the divine. It is a time for self-reflection, repentance, and spiritual growth in alignment with the broader themes of the Jewish holidays that are traditionally celebrated in Judaism. With this in mind, and thinking about our renewal or new life that we need to start to connect with the force of bestowal, the force of Binah, let's start our meditation.